just underway here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium. This is the Crane Pirates against the Charleston Bluejays. I want to welcome you all to the broadcast booth. My name is Adam Smith alongside the clever head coach Justin Snyder.
Hey Adam, how are you, man?
Doing good. And also, if you're joining us, we're on Facebook Live as well through the Ozarks Sports Report. If you want to, please check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and visit our website. Our website is ozarksportsreport.com.wixsite.com/Ozark Sports Report. 0-2 is the count. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Charleston scored no runs in their half of the first inning. Runners on first and second base. Colby Smith is the batter. Colton Elder and Wyatt Vaught are on the bases for the Crane Pirates. Swinging a foul towards the highway. Starting for today are, for the Crane Pirates, Wyatt Vaught, Colton Elder, Colby Smith, Harley Howard, Darren Terrell, Brent Williams, Nick Brannon, Heath Quick, and Bryson Brandstetter. Wyatt Vaught's in second base. Elder is in third base. Colby Smith is on the mound for the Pirates. Harley Howard is in first base. Darren Terrell is the catcher. Brent Williams is in shortstop as Smith strikes out. Harley Howard in first base. Darren Terrell behind the plate for the Pirates. Brent Williams in shortstop. Nick Brannon is going to be in center field. Heath Quick is the left fielder, and Bryson Brandstetter will wrap up the starting lineup for the Crane Pirates. You can read off the Charleston's lineup. Harley Howard steps into the box for the Crane Pirates.
Charleston's pitcher put himself in a little bit of a bind to start. Walks the first guy, hits the second guy, leaving the two guys on base, but did a good job pitching to the three-hole hitter.
Pitch to Howard.
Pretty good-looking freshman, too, on the mound.
Well,
got him listed at 6'1".
Well outside at 0-1.
Lefty.
2-on-1 out for the Crane Pirates against the Charleston Bluejays. Pitch to Howard. Count at 0-2. Harley digs back in. Current temperatures right now are in the low 70s to the upper 60s. Partly cloudy skies here in Stone County. Little geography on this team of Charleston. Charleston located in southeastern Missouri, down on Interstate 57, just past I-55. For those of you who are coming from St. Louis on the way down to Charleston, you exit off in Sykeston and go to the east towards Chicago. Swing and a miss. Strike two, and they gun down the runner at third base.
Good throw there by the catcher. Sometimes when the guy swings, it's pretty tough to get around the swing, catch the ball, and still get behind the run or the hitter to make a good throw to third.
Some spring training action to tell you guys about. The St. Louis Cardinals had a split squad down in Florida. Cardinals lost to the Washington Nationals 4-2, and they beat the Miami Marlins 4-2 at Roger Dean Stadium in Jupiter. And that's going to be in the inning as we go to inning number 2. No score. Welcome back to Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium here in downtown Crane, Missouri, here in Stone County. Top half the second inning for the Charleston Bluejays against the Crane Pirates.
This is a big boy, Adam.
Exactly.
Not sure what we gotta. Let's see here.
Number 22. That is.
They don't have a weight.
Tanner.
It's Tanner Ray.
Ray.
Big
swing, a little
swing.
Blooper to the pitcher. Throws the first for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up number 14. That is.
It is
Lee Thomas
Moody. I'll get to it here in just a second, Adam. I'm doing some scouting notes too. Leading off the game, they had shortstop number 6, Landon Scott. Hitting in the 2-hole was Sam Bledsoe playing second base. Hitting in the 3 spot, Marshall Story playing center field. Of course, just hit 22, playing first base. Tanner Ray. Lee Moody is the catcher. Another good-sized kid.
It's the pitcher. Toss to the first baseman for the second out of the inning. Crane Pirates looking pretty sharp tonight on defense.
Number 9, Dawson Crawford.
That's going to bring in Dawson Crawford for the Charleston Bluejays. Following this game will be the JV game between the Crane Pirates and the Clever Bluejays JV team, since Charleston does not have a JV team.
Hitting in the 7-hole for Charleston is going to be Brandon O'Connor, playing third base, and they've got 25 Tanner Smith playing left field. He's being DH'd for Nick Cruz. I think that's his name. I'm not really sure. 8-hole. Kreisel. Okay. And then hitting in the 9 spot is number 7 playing right field, Cole McDermott. So that rounds out their lineup, and they got some good sized kids on that team.
They do. And if you're not familiar with Missouri baseball, if you go into southeastern Missouri, there are some very, very good teams that come out of southeastern Missouri. Like you got Neelyville, you got Charleston, you got some school out in Sykeston, I believe. I can't think of the name what it is, but it's some Class 2 team here there in Sykeston that's very good. But I'm sure you've played some southeastern Missouri teams, haven't you?
We did. We fly ball there caught by the center fielder. We played quite a few whenever I was in high school.
Now tell me what it is like playing those teams as a high school player.
I think every part of the state Missouri's an odd state because every part of the state is known for something different as far as, you know, what phase of the game they emphasize more. If you go to St. Louis, then the offensive part of the game, and you're going to see guys that can just they scare you to death as hitters because every kid can swing it. You know, they're going to have some good power arms, but it's mainly an offensive game. If you go to St. Louis, if you go to Mid-Missouri, it's more of a pitching. Mid-Missouri and Kansas City is way more of a pitching aspect of a game. You usually got guys that are throwing pretty well and throwing pretty hard, but then you come down to Southwest Missouri and the Boot Hill, and it's much more of a defensive game. You know, I think that's one of the reasons why St. Louis wins so many state championships in that area is because their emphasis is how many runs can we put up from a young age, and they've got, you know, the guys that throw. They're used to seeing guys throwing 85 to 90 miles an hour, and then you get to the Final Four, and you know the Southwest Missouri teams and maybe the Kansas City teams are used to seeing guys throwing 82 to 85, and not used to seeing teams that hit like they do in the St. Louis area. It's, you know, it's kind of, as Scott McGee, the Willard baseball coach, said a couple years ago in an interview, we're just trying to catch up and catch up with St. Louis, because until we can catch up with them, they're just going to continue to roll the state championships.
Up to bat for the Pirates, number 20, Darren Carroll.
Bottom of the second inning kicking off here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium, home of the Crane Pirates. If you want to join us on our Facebook live stream, feel free to join us. We are broadcasting live on both YouTube and Facebook, not on the Ozarks Sports Report YouTube channel, but the Crane Community Access YouTube channel and live on the Ozarks Sports Report Facebook page. And if you're watching, give us a shout out. If you know either me or Justin, give us a shout out, and comment on our work.
Only nice things, though.
0-2 the count on Darren Terrell, the catcher for the Crane Pirates. Here's the 0-2.
Ooh, just missed.
Just missed. 1-2. Good eye on Darren Terrell. On deck man is Brent Williams. He is the shortstop for the Crane Pirates.
Got a good umpire behind the plate tonight.
Yes, we do.
He's a good guy, good man, good umpire. Funny thing about, I call him Coach Hunter because he was a coach whenever I was around, but he mainly known around the area now as an umpire. Every practice time starts at a odd number or an odd time. So practice, if it was supposed to start, around 5 o'clock, he'd start practice at 5:03 or 4:57. He'd never start anything on 5 o'clock, 5:30, or anything like that. So he said you can't forget that stuff. You can forget 5 o'clock or 5:30, but you can't forget 4:57.
3-2 the count on Darren Terrell. What a good way to work the count if you're Darren Terrell. But if you're the pitcher, you're pretty much in trouble. You got to shut him down. Don't want to walk the leadoff man. Outside, and you take the walk. That's going to bring up shortstop. That is Brent Williams.
Number 3, Brent Williams.
Talked to Coach Minner earlier this week, and he had mentioned that in their jamboree, walks were a major issue with his pitching staff. So he's definitely looking to find guys that are going to throw strikes. And we play them tomorrow at 11 o'clock, so hopefully they wait one more game before they figure out how to throw a strike.
Exactly. Little pickoff attempt, and he's back in safely. We could just say it's winter's over and baseball is back.
Oh, okay. I agree with that statement. Let's not say winter's over. It's spring. We live in Missouri, so I'm sure we're good for another
Missouri
round of
weather
snow
can
at
be
some
very
point.
Missouri weather
Good
is
bunt. Great bunt.
very, very good bunt. And he beats the throw. That's going to move the runners to first and second for the Crane Pirates.
23, Nick Brannon.
That's going to bring up Nick Brannon for the Crane Pirates. Another spring training game to pass along to you guys over in Arizona, where the Kansas City Royals do their spring training games at. Last we checked, it was 12-2 Kansas City over the San Diego Padres.
Wouldn't be shocked if we see another bunt right here, Adam.
Let's hope.
Yep.
Here's a pitch.
Oh,
look out. Look out.
Foul ball, though.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, who says baseball is not a dangerous sport?
In college, I don't think in high school baseball any pitcher tries to hit someone on purpose.
No.
In college, though, they are instructed to at times.
Are they really?
In a situation to hit the batter. I wouldn't think this would be a scenario that would happen, in high school ball or anything like that. But I have seen, when I was in college several times, pitchers that would hit guys trying to bunt, trying to advance the runner, and they would roll the dice with runners at first and second or whatever it was just to avoid having to shift because of a bunt.
Swing and a miss. Count at 0-2. Speaking of college baseball, we actually had a death last night or yesterday in the college baseball world. If you heard of Augie Garrido, who coached for the University of Texas and University of Cal State Fullerton, he passed away yesterday at the age of 79. He was after being hospitalized.
One of the best books. That ball is hit fair.
Hit fair and
it just goes foul.
Foul ball.
Just foul. He's one of the best books I've ever read. And us being Oklahoma guys,
exactly.
we're not big on Texas, but you can still respect.
You got to respect him. He's a legend.
In his book, he talks an entire chapter about how the bunting game affects other teams, and it forces people to move and shift and go to places and make throws they're not accustomed to throwing or doing. So,
where I found out about Coach Garrido, it was a video on YouTube where he was angry at his team.
The one where he's cursing.
Yeah,
like crazy?
yeah. He was cursing his team out, and was one of them.
Moves runners up.
Pass ball, and
that's a very odd play right there. Pass ball on
Very.
strike 3, moves the runners up, but strikes the batter out. I'm not sure I've ever seen.
Never seen that before.
At least I can't remember seeing something like
No.
that.
So back to that video we were talking about with Augie Garrido, where he was at Texas, where he was arguing a call with an umpire in one clip, and then in one clip after a game, he was saying how he'll take the blame for the loss.
That'll bring in the first run of the game.
It's going to bring in the first run of the game, and that's going to make it 1-0.
Got jammed, but did a good enough job getting it past the pitcher, or getting enough of the bat on the ball to get it past the pitcher to the second baseman. Really ground out, but it scored the guy from third and moved the runner from second to third. Is this the 9 hole?
Yes. Bryson Branstad are number 32. And most of these guys on the Crane Pirates, about a good 40-50% of them played basketball for Crane. And if you're unaware, in basketball, state basketball is going on at JQH Arena in downtown Springfield, Missouri. This is Class 4 and Class 5 going on at JQH Arena for state basketball finals. Snyder, who would you say you would want to see?
Hit batsman.
Another hit batter.
That's dangerous. You hit or walk the 9 hole to turn the lineup over to the leadoff guy with runners in scoring position.
Exactly. Big mistake.
Doesn't go well for you. What did you ask about the Final Four?
So, who do you want to see make it to the championship in state Class 4?
I don't even know who's
in Class 5.
I know that Carl Junction girls won today, and they'll be in the state championship game tomorrow. And I know Kickapoo's girls won yesterday, so they'll be in the state championship game, I believe, tonight. But me being a Hillcrest guy, can't ever say I really pull for Kickapoo. But
yeah,
if it's Kickapoo versus private school, go Kickapoo.
Go Kickapoo. Yeah, before I went to Crane, I actually I went to elementary school in Nixa.
Okay.
So I did not go to high school in Nixa. I went to all high school here in Crane. And I didn't know much about sports down in Nixa, about how good they are. But I knew they're Class 5 and they had football.
Yes.
And Nixa's big rival is Ozark.
Yeah. Big rival would be an understatement.
Definitely.
Backyard brawl.
Have you been to a backyard brawl game between Nixa and Ozark?
Only baseball. I've never
Only
been to
baseball?
a football or anything
I've been to
like
football. I've been to football, but I've never been to a
Catcher tries to snap throw to first and about threw it into right field.
That's risky. That's very risky.
In the second inning with 2 outs.
Yeah, a lot of key mistakes are going to make is what's going to cost you a ball game.
First couple games, it's just about limiting the mistakes that you make. Your kids are gonna make mistakes. It's just
exactly
it's gonna happen. But key is try to limit those and not let them hurt you as far as run production wise.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's of course the nerves after probably the second inning are probably gone. Everybody's hit through the order once almost, and you get past that, then things seem to be pretty good.
Runner goes, swinging a foul back. Colton Elder is the on-deck man for the Crane Pirates. Wyatt the batter. 1-0, you got 2 outs. What would you do if you're Charleston, Snyder?
I'd pick right here.
Pick?
I've got a left-handed pitcher on the mound. I would pick to first. I don't know if I'd use my best move, but there's a good chance 1-2 he's going to be running. Yep, there he goes.
There he goes. Runner goes.
No throw.
And he's going to be in there safely.
That's why I would have picked right there. Just, you got a runner on third. You're already down by a run. Your catcher's probably going to throw it right back to the pitcher or not throw it all. Mix in the pick there and maybe catch the guy off guard. On the flip side, if he gets into a rundown, the guy on third, has the possibility of running and scoring. And you still have the snowball fight that you don't want.
The 2-2 swing and a miss, strike 3, and we go to inning number 3. Score is Crane 1, Charleston 0. Top of the third inning kicking off here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium, Crane, Missouri. Brendan O'Connor is the batter for the Crane Pirates. Colby Smith still on the mound for the Pirates. Pitch outside, 1-0. Beautiful day. We had a little bit of rain today here in the Ozarks, especially down here in Stone County.
Nice play.
Very nice play.
Shortstop, but a little too deep in the hole. Probably would have liked the third baseman there to maybe make an attempt. It's probably an easier play for the third baseman than it is the shortstop right there. I think that's what Coach Harmon's telling him right now. But
Yeah.
you know, that's a bang play that on the left side of the infield is kind of a in-betweener. Does this third baseman go for it or not?
Exactly. The pitch. Swinging a roller to third. On to second. On to first. Double play.
May have an issue at second base
We
here.
might have
He
an issue.
Slid past the base and ran over the second baseman.
Coach Harmon coming out to
So we'll see what
have a
happens
little bit,
here.
have a little discussion with the home plate umpire.
Here's where I'm not sure at. I believe that the second baseman was in front of second base, which if he was in front of second base, he is open game to getting hit. And I know that's not what probably Crane fans want to hear right now, but if you put yourself in front of second base, we had this issue at Galena 3 or 4 years ago where a kid refused to not step in front of second base on a double play, and we had a kid that slid in and took him out and flipped him. And it wasn't dirty, it was just his slide, you know, took him right into the bag. And, you know, it didn't hurt the kid, it just flipped him. And, you know, as a second baseman and a former middle infielder in college, that's what happens when you come in front of the base.
Exactly.
If you don't put your footwork right and step across the bag or behind, and you come down in front, or you're somewhere in that, you know, front of the bag range, then you're opening yourself up to, for sure, definitely be taken out. And I've got the spike marks on my shins and forearms and arms and hands to prove that it doesn't feel very good.
Oh, it does not. It's going to cut you up for sure. 0-2 the count, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Called
Strike three.
strike 3. Don't want to swing at those.
No, you don't.
I know when I was watching a spring training game earlier this year, I saw a major league player. He hit a ball, I think it was like a fly ball into like shallow right center. Instead of stopping at first, he advanced and went to second.
Yep.
You don't do that.
No.
And I was like, that's why you don't advance to second. You stay at first.
Good curveball right there.
Very good curveball.
Leadoff hitter up. And, you know, when I talked to the coaches from the Jamboree that Charleston was in, the one guy they kept mentioning that both coaches mentioned was this leadoff hitter and how good of an athlete he is. And I looked at their roster. He's only a sophomore, but plays shortstop, hits in the leadoff spot. And they said that he was a very, very good player. And he did, you know, a really good job of taking the fastball on the outside the other way hard in his first at bat. So we'll see what he does here with the runner on first.
Let's hope to see that.
Outfield's playing pretty shallow. Of course,
The 0-1.
pulls
Swing
off
and a
a
miss.
curveball.
0-2.
Charleston really hasn't done anything to make the outfielders play further back. So, you know, Crane's not an overly big field.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing pretty shallow. But on the flip side, I'm not sure Crane's really hit a ball much farther than Charleston. I'm not sure we've had a ball leave, maybe one ball leave the infield. He got picked off. Right
Oh,
there.
picked off. And that's going to
He called him safe.
call him safe.
I think he may have called him safe because he balked.
Balked.
He didn't. The umpire didn't call it, but he's definitely going up to the mound and telling him not to flinch his front leg because he. And this is, you know, every team does it. He flinched his front. I know that's what they're saying. Is he flinched his front left leg and then picked or I'm not sure what they're. That would be my guess. That's probably the biggest argument from a right-handed pitcher's perspective is he's flinching his front foot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think ESPN made it very famous last year in the College World Series because Florida, they had a slow-mo view of Florida's pitching staff on pickoffs doing it, and it kind of exposed what we all do. And it's just like a lefty. Lefties never step right towards first. they always step at the 45-degree angle, which is not a 45-degree angle. They're usually stepping towards home.
Right.
Because as my high school coach said, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. And, you know, you're not really cheating. It's not like it's just you're stretching the rules. We'll say like that. So, base
Swing
hit
on the
to
ripper,
right
base
field.
hit. That's going to bring the runner to third, and he is going to be in there for a double. So Charleston already with their first hit of the ball game against the Crane Pirates. Now let's see if they will make it their first run of the ball game. If you're Coach Harmon, what do you do, Snyder? If
First and third, 2 outs.
First and third,
up by
2
a
outs.
Run.
So actually, correction, that's a single.
With the guy on first probably having decent speed, being the leadoff hitter, I don't know, I'd probably mix a pick in every now and then. He's probably going to run at some point.
Yeah. The pitch to him. Swinging on the roper
Ball hit.
into center. That's going to be caught for the final out. No runs. 1 hit. And we go to the bottom of the third inning. Pirates lead this one 1-0.
Number 35, Colton Elder.
Adam, real quick, I want to let Coach Stoltz know that he is my hero as well. So
Okay.
he calls me his hero, then he is definitely my hero as well. You know, living the life. Softball coach, middle school basketball coach.
He does it
Just
all.
lives the life.
He does it. I remember he coached at Billings.
He did.
And then he moved on to Republic and coached girls softball there at
Yep.
Republic.
And he has to put up with Coach Dishman, which
Coach
you know,
Dishman.
Me and Coach Dishman played high school baseball together, and I'm sure as many would say with me, putting up with either one of us could be a very tall task, or in my case, Coach Stolte, I'll save you the joke, a very short task.
Yeah. Does that make you miss him here in the SWCL?
I do. Me and Coach Harmon talked about this earlier this year, that me and him are the only guys left from, you know, I've only been at Clever 7 years, and we are the only 2 coaches left from 7 years ago. And,
Oh, really?
Every coach has had, you know, every school's had at least 1 coaching change, and several have had 2 or 3. Or, I guess in Galena's case and Spokane's case, 4 or 5. But it's definitely, you know, different. And then, of course, we're leaving the conference after this year. So.
Yeah, because you guys are going to the Big Lakes because
Yep.
you're getting football now.
Yep.
Final score update from Arizona as the Kansas City Royals defeated the San Diego Padres 12-4. Snyder, what do you expect the Kansas City Royals will do coming up into the regular season?
They are in full rebuild mode, so I'm not really sure what to expect, and they're not in a good spot in the minor league system.
No.
You know, they've got a few decent guys, but it could be a long, rough year. However, when me and my wife take a trip to New York City this year, they are the Royals will be at Yankee Stadium.
Oh, really?
The second night that we're there, so we're gonna go watch the Royals play at Yankee Stadium.
That's
That'll be
awesome.
kind of cool.
That's
I'll
awesome.
definitely be in my Kansas City stuff, and hopefully don't get mobbed on the
Yeah.
ride there.
Yeah, start for regular season. The St. Louis Cardinals will be in New York City as they will play the New York Mets at Citi Field in Flushing, New York.
I was at a conference 2 weeks ago, Adam, that had the Kansas City Royals head grounds guy there. They did a $7.2 million renovation on their field this year.
Oh, really? At Citi Field?
At Kauffman.
Oh, at Kauffman Stadium.
At Kauffman Stadium, and he went through. They raised the field. It had not been renovated or redone since 1984.
Wow.
So, I'll take that back. 84 turf was put in, and in 92 they took the turf out and put grass back in. And he said they were having major drainage issues, and the lights. Major League Baseball said their lights had to be changed. So they went to LED lights, and he said that he never thought the lights would be a big deal, and he said it's like daylight now at night in the stadium, and he showed us pictures of the field. It's beautiful. I mean, they ended up having to raise certain spots on the infield almost 10 or 11 inches, but then they had to stop because they couldn't go above the drainage ditches or the drainage areas for where the water releases out of the stadium. But man, the details that they went into for redoing that stadium, and it was unbelievable to listen to the details that he had for it.
Swing and miss, strike three, and we go to inning number 4. Score is Crane 1, Charleston 0.
Number 11, Marshall Story up to bat.
Welcome back to Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium here in Crane, Missouri. Once again, I'm Adam Smith. The color commentator was Justin Snyder of the Clever Bluejays. This is Marshall Story up to bat from Charleston Bluejays. Once again, this is game 1 of the spring season. What's different about the spring season compared to the fall season that the Crane Pirates play? There are districts, sectionals, quarterfinals, and then state, which is going to be in the St. Louis suburb of O'Fallon, Missouri. Count at 1-1 on Marshall's Story. Colby Smith's still out there for the Crane Pirates. So far, only one run has come across the diamond here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium. Once again, if you're just joining us, we are in the top of the 4th inning here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium. Score is 1-0 Pirates. 1-2 the count. Strike 3 call, and that's very bizarre. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that is the first out of the inning. A little bit of scoreboard malfunction here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium.
22, Tanner Ray.
That's going to bring up Tanner Ray, the first baseman for the Charleston Bluejays. Partly cloudy skies here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium in Crane, Missouri. We've had a little bit of rain here this early morning, around 3, 4 o'clock in the morning today. Little outside, 1-1. Colby Smith is the pitcher for the Crane Pirates. Here's a 1-1 delivery. Strike 2. Swinging on the roper into right field for a base hit. That's going to be the second hit of the ball game for the Charleston Bluejays, as he's going to be chugging along to second, and he's going to be in there easily for a double. That's going to bring up Lee Thomas Moody, the catcher for the Charleston Bluejays. Temperatures right now are in the low 70s to upper 60s here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium on March 16th. Current time right now at 6:26 p.m. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1. Little outside. 1-1. Or excuse me, inside 1-1. One and two the count on Lee Thomas Moody, the catcher for the Charleston Bluejays. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike him out and throw him out for the second out of the top of the fourth inning.
Now to the plate, number 9, Dawson Crawford.
That's going to bring up Dawson Crawford, the pitcher for the Charleston Bluejays. He wears the number 9. Pirates are in the white uniforms, blue and white caps. The Charleston Bluejays are in the black jerseys, gray pants, and the black and white caps. Same logos as the old school 90s Toronto Blue Jays logos, but except there's a C behind the Blue Jays, and that's going to be the third out of the fourth inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Score is Crane 1, Charleston 0. Bottom of the fourth inning, kicking off here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium in Crane, Missouri. Catcher Darren Terrell up to the plate for the Crane Pirates. First pitch to him. Little outside, 1-0. The 1-0. Swinging a foul back behind this grandstand of the stadium. A bit of oohs and ahs here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium. Pretty good sized crowd here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium for the home opener of the spring season here at Crane High School. Pitch a little outside. Count at 2-1. Here's a 2-1. Swinging a foul back. If you're just joining us, we're in the bottom of the fourth inning here at Crane. Here in Crane, Missouri, the Pirates and the Blue Jays. In the bottom of the fourth inning, Darren Terrell is the batter for the Crane Pirates. He is the catcher for Crane, with Brent Williams on deck for the Pirates. Here's the full count delivery. Swing and a high fly ball into left field and foul ball. Terrell managing to stay alive as he's looking for a base hit. And of all the years of PA announcing here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium, I do know the words that it is base hit ball 4 when there's a full count, or if there's 3 balls. The 3-2 count. Takes a walk, and that's going to bring up Brent Williams, the shortstop for the Crane Pirates.
Out to bat number 3, Brent Williams.
Score update from Wheaton as Galena beats the Wheaton Bulldogs 13-0. Another member of the SWCL, that's Galena, just about 10 miles south of this ballpark. Brent Williams is the batter for the Crane Pirates. First pitch to him, runner going, and Terrell puts on the brakes just between first. Good decision for Terrell just to kind of hold off a little bit. Showing bunt. Swing a little tapper off the catcher for a foul ball. Count at 1-1. No outs, 1 on for the Crane Pirates half of the fourth inning. Tomorrow these teams will be at Clever High School in Clever, Missouri. That's in Christian County, where the Crane Pirates, Charleston Blue Jays, and the Clever Blue Jays will be together tomorrow at Clever. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Count at 1-2. One-two pitch coming. Swinging a little foul. Hopped up and bounces off the dugout for a foul ball. And Williams will try it again. definitely if you're 1-2, always want to stay alive on foul balls. They could turn into base hits if you get lucky. Runner going. The pitch. Tapped foul. Mm-hmm. Here's a 1-2. Little outside, 2-2. Definitely if you're Coach Harmon or Coach Stump with Brent Williams at the plate, is work the count. Work the count and hope to get something good out of it. A walk or a base hit. Runner going, and he is safe at second. And Williams strikes out.
Number 23, Nick Brandon.
In steps in Nick Brandon for the Crane Pirates. Definitely a very good decision by Brian Harmon, as Darren Terrell stole second on that pitch after Williams struck out. 1-0 the count on Nick Brandon. Still 1-0 here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium. Here's a 1-0. Inside, 2-0. Once again, and coming up after this game will be the junior varsity game between Crane's JV and Clever's JV, since Charleston does not have a JV team. Swinging a little high fly ball into left center field, and left fielder's got it for the second out of the inning. That will bring up number 16. That is Heath Quick, the left fielder for the Crane Pirates. Heath Quick steps into the batter's box to begin his at bat for the bottom of the fourth inning. Here's a pitch to him. Little inside. Called a strike. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Strike two. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Question is, or the task for Heath Quick is look for that good pitch to drive or work the count. The 0-2 offering. Strike 3 called, and we go to inning numero 5. That is number 5 in Spanish. We go to inning number 5. Pirates still lead this one 1-0. Top of the fifth inning kicking off here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium here in Crane, Stone County here in southwestern Missouri. About 30 miles to the southwest of Springfield, Missouri, which is home to the Queen City of the Ozarks. Another score update, as I believe that is Marionville. They beat Ash Grove 7-6. Blue Eye Bulldogs beat Omaha, Arkansas in their first game of the 2018 spring season, and first baseman Harley Howard drops it for an error on the third baseman. E3 if you're scoring. That's going to bring up number 17. That is Nick Kreisel. I believe that's how you pronounce that name. So once again, we are located about 30 to 35 miles south and west of Springfield. Once again, the Class 4 and Class 5 state basketball games are being played at the JQH Arena and Hammond Student Center on the campus of Missouri State University in downtown Springfield, Missouri. Crane boys and girls were eliminated in districts. In Class 2, District 11 in Blue Eye. Swinging a high fly ball. Look out in the parking lot, and ball's going to stay in the concourse for a foul ball. Counted 0-2 on number 17. That is Nick Kreisel. Cole McDermott will be the batter coming up after Kreisel. 0-2 pitch, swinging a foul back. Here's the 0-2. Swing chopper to middle infield, and it's going to be another foul ball as he stay alive. If I was Coach Harmon talking to the pitcher Colby Smith, the objective would be shut him down. Shut him down. You got 0-2 as your count on the batter. Definitely want to shut him down. Here's the 0-2. Outside, 1-2. Runner on first, that is Brandon O'Connor. He was the leadoff man. The 1-2 delivery. Strike three called, and that's the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up number 7. That is Cole McDermott. It was a very nice day today here in southwest Missouri. Temperatures were in the 70s or in the upper 60s to low 70s. A little bit of rain this morning, but turned out to be a very nice day as the rain held off for most of the day. Cole McDermott is the batter once again for the Charleston Bluejays. Count at 0-1. Here's a pitch to him. Tapper foul. If you're just joining us, we were in the top of the fifth inning. Score is 1-0 Pirates, and it's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike three for out number 2.
Back up to hit number 6, Landon Scott.
And that's going to reset the order with Landon Scott, the shortstop, number 6, coming up to hit in the top half of the fifth inning. Pitch to him. Strike one. The 0-1 pitch. Swinging to the roller. and past the shortstop for a base hit. Here comes O'Connor, and he's going to score easily. That's going to knot up the game at 1-1. That's going to bring up number 24. That is Sam Bledsoe. Two outs. Actually, 2 runs have already scored. It's now 2-1 Charleston. Crane needs to score runs if they want to regain that lead. Runner going. Throw way off track to the second baseman, and he is going to score. And he is safe, and that's going to make it now 3-1 Charleston. Don't want to make those mistakes if you were up 1-0, because it's going to cost you. Just want to get that last out if you are Colby Smith. First pitch to him. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Count at 1-1. Swinging a roller to the third baseman. Throw on to first, and another error on the Crane Pirate. That's going to be on Colton Elder. Crane playing a little sloppy here in the top half of the 5th inning. So now it's 2-1 Pirates. 2 runs have already come across the plate here for the Charleston Bluejays. Kicks and deals. Back, and that's going to be the final out of the top of the 5th inning. We go to the bottom of inning number 5. Score is now 2-1 Charleston. Bottom of the fifth inning, kicking off here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium. Bryson Brandstetter is the batter for the Crane Pirates. And the objective now, if you're Coach Brian Harmon, is score some more runs. Pitch a little down, 1-0. New pitcher in the game for the Charleston Bluejays, that is Tanner Ray. He started off this game playing first base. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. One ball, two strikes on Bryson Brandstetter. 1-2 pitch to him. Swing and a miss, strike three. That's out number one of the bottom of the fifth inning.
Number 33, Wyatt Fox.
A little bit of a scoring recap from today's game. Pirates scored one run in the bottom of the second inning after a scoreless inning, and then two more scoreless innings, and Charleston jumped in and scored another 2 runs to make it 2-1 Charleston over Crane right now. Wyatt Fox is the batter for the Crane Pirates. Dawson Crawford is your first baseman now for the Charleston Bluejays as Vaught strikes out.
Number 35, Colton Elder.
That's going to bring up Colton Elder, the third baseman for the Crane Pirates. No balls, no strikes, 2 outs in the Pirates' half of the fifth inning. Oh, look out. That's a slow little change up at 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Strike one. The 1-1 pitch in the dirt, 2-1. Definitely a good eye if you are Colton Elder. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Pitch, swing, foul, strike 2. Lights on here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium as the sun is about to go down here at 6:53 in the afternoon. 6:53 in the evening here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium in Crane. Swing and looked like it hit him. Looked just like it hit him. Who's that?
I bet that car out there with their lights on is about to get yelled at.
Yeah, that's one pet peeve for visiting coaches. For visiting coaches coming here to play Crane is people with their headlights on in the outfield, making it very distracting for the pitcher and for the batter and catcher. That's going to end the fifth inning as we go to inning number 6. Blue Jays lead this one 2-1. Top of the 6th inning, kicking off here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium. 2-1 is our score between the Crane Pirates and the Charleston Bluejays. This first pitch comes in outside 1-0. Definitely, if you're Coach Harmon, you definitely want to be looking out for your pitcher's arm health, as Colby Smith has already pitched about 5 innings of work for the Crane Pirate starter. This is the new pitcher, number 22. This is Tanner Ray. Started off the game in first base. Outside 3-0. The 3-0. Strike one. The 3-1 skied into left field. Who's got it? Oh! And he can't come up with it, and the new pitcher is going to be in there with a double. That's going to be an error on the shortstop. That's Brent Williams.
Now to bat number 14, Lee Thomas Moody.
Lee Thomas Moody now for the Charleston Bluejays. Pretty good sized crowd here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium. Both these teams traveled pretty well. Mostly Crane fans. As if you're not familiar where Charleston, Missouri is. And another run's going to come across. And that is number 19, Risby, who scored that run. It's now 3-1, Charleston. Pretty good sized crowd here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium. Brief history lesson, as Coach Harmon is going to make a visit to the mound. So a quick history lesson on Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium, this ballpark here in Crane. This place was built here in the 1940s. Had a dirt infield around the pitcher's mound. As the intimidating Darth Vader theme comes on the sound system here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium. Once again, back to the history lesson of this ballpark. This ballpark was built in around the 1940s. It had a dirt infield around the pitcher's mound. Then after a flooding in 2008, 2009, about 10 years ago, they added a grass infield. Completely renovated the whole fielding of this ballpark. Added a grass infield back around 2008, 2009. Then another flood came through in around Christmas of 2015. This place was pretty much underwater, and in the second renovation of Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium, we added a new concrete backstop, along with new netting behind home plate, and new fencing around the ballpark, as well as a new upper signage on the scoreboard here at Crane Pirates, with sponsors on top of, or sponsors in between the scoreboard and the name. It's now 4-1 Charleston now.
Out to bat number 17, Nick Kreisel.
It's going to bring in Nick Kreisel of the Charleston Bluejays. Once again, we are streaming on the Crane Community Access YouTube channel on YouTube Live, and we're streaming also on the Ozarks Sports Report Facebook page on Facebook Live. So if you want to join us, feel free to join us and give us a shout out. Tell us how we are doing. 1-1 the count on Excuse me, 1-1 the count on Nick Kreisel. 4 runs have already come across the plate for the Charleston Bluejays. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is the end of the top of the 6th inning. We go to the bottom of inning number 6. Score some runs. Charleston leads this one 4-1. Bottom of the 6th inning, kicking off here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium. Colby Smith is the batter for the Crane Pirates. Count at 1-0 on Colby Smith, the pitcher for the Crane Pirates. He was the starting pitcher for tonight. Starting pitcher for the Charleston Blue Jays was Dawson Crawford. A little bit of a scoring summary, or a scoring recap on tonight's game. The Crane Pirates scored 1 run in the bottom of the 2nd inning after a scoreless 1st inning, and then 2 more scoreless innings, and Charleston scored 2 runs in the top of the 5th inning and 2 runs in the top of the 6th inning. Score is now 4-1 Charleston over Crane right now here in the top of the, or excuse me, the bottom of the 6th inning. Pitch to Colby. Ball 4, and he'll take a walk. That's going to bring up Harley Howard, the first baseman for the Crane Pirates. Courtesy runner, that's going to be number 25. That is Isaac Robinson is the pinch runner for the Pirates for the pitcher Colby Smith. One on, no outs for the Crane Pirates here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the first pitch to Howard. Slapped foul to the left. Count at 0-1 on Harley. Not a bad night for baseball here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium. Once again, temperatures were in the upper 60s to low 70s. And as the sun is setting tonight off to our west, not a cloud in the sky. As our current sky conditions here in Crane, Missouri. Located right off Missouri Route Highway 413 in Stone County. We're about 25 to 30 miles to the south and west of Springfield, Missouri. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Little outside. 1-1 as Robinson will make it to second easily. Decently good sized crowd here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium. A lot of lawn chairs and people sitting in the grandstands. So a very good night to come out to Crane and watch some baseball. Hit by a pitch, and Harley is going to take first base. Good start by the Crane Pirates here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Looked like it hit him. I don't know. So count it 1-2. Correction. To us, it looked like it did hit him. Baseball is back. Yes, it is. Coach Julian of the Glendale Falcons. Inside, 2-2. Harley Howard is your batter for the Crane Pirates. Pitcher for the Charleston Bluejays. That is number 22, Tanner Ray, who started the game at first base. Robinson takes the lead from second. Checks on the runner. Here's the pitch to Howard. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is out number 1.
Up to the plate, number 28, Darren Terrell.
In steps in Darren Terrell, the catcher for the Crane Pirates. He wears number 28 on the white jerseys of the Crane Pirates. Pirates are in the stirrup socks tonight, as the Charleston Bluejays are pants down. Or excuse me, are pajama pants all the way down to the ankles of the feet on the players. One out here, one on for the Crane Pirates here in the in the bottom of the 6th inning. If you're just joining us, we are once again in the bottom of the 6th inning. Swinging a roller to the second baseman. Drops the ball, and here comes Robinson. And he is going to score easily. It is now 4-2 as the Pirates cut the Charleston lead in half by 2.
Out to bat, number 3, Brent Williams.
That's going to bring in Brent Williams as Darren Terrell reaches first base safely on the error, and that's going to bring in the shortstop Brent Williams. Once again, if you're at home or away or at another game and you want to tune in, you can tune in on the Crane Community Access YouTube channel. We are streaming live on the YouTube channel of the Crane Community Access, and we are also streaming on the Ozarks Sports Report Facebook page. We're on Facebook Live. Current location we are at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium here in Crane, Missouri. Here's the 1-0. And Terrell will steal second easily on that 1-0 pitch. Count at 2-0 on Brent Williams. The 2-0 upstairs, 3-0. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Inside, and that's going to walk Brent Williams to first base, and that's going to bring up number 23. That is Nick Brannon. Two on, one out here for the Crane Pirates in their half of the 6th inning. One runner's already come across the diamond here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Harmon looking to add more runs. Ball gets away, and the runners will move to second and third with first base open for Nick Brannon. And as we said, as Charleston took the lead, it looked like the Crane Pirates train started to derail just a little bit. But it looks like the Crane Pirates train has gotten back on the tracks. But still got to score a couple more runs, at least 2 or 3. Hopefully 3 runs or 4. 4-2 our score right now here in the top half, or excuse me, in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch to Brandon. Inside, 3-0. Here's a 3-0 pitch on the way. Strike one. Definitely, if you are Nick Brannon, you'd want to look for the pitch, or look for that good strike pitch to drive into center or drive into the outfield for a base hit. Ball 4, and that's going to jam up the bases. And all lights on. All the lights on red on the bases, with Heath Quick at the plate. He wears number 16. He is in left field. If you're just joining us, timeout for the catcher to come out and talk to the pitcher. Our score still at 4-2. Bases are loaded. Let's see. I'm looking for a 3-run triple. Yes, don't want to jinx it, but Coach will be making a trip to the mound to check on his pitcher. And they're going to take him out, and that's going to bring in a new pitcher. That's going to be number 3, Brandon O'Connor from third base. Center fielder coming in. And we'll have a new pitcher in the game. We will take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. Back to Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium after a pitching change. The new pitcher is number 3, Brandon O'Connor. Still same batter, Heath Quick. His first pitch from O'Connor is outside 1-0. Or excuse me, 0-1. Swinging a little high. And caught for the out. And here comes the runner, and he's going to be safe. And that's going to make it now 4-3 Charleston. Pirates starting to get a little bit of rally here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That's going to bring up number 32, Bryson Brandstetter, the right fielder for the Crane Pirates. Let's keep this rally going. Two outs right now here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. What are the chances of seeing a new pitcher coming out in the 7th inning?
For us or them?
For us.
Oh, that's kind of a dumb question. Well, hopefully big, considering how he's gotten. Looks like he's, like you said, he looks like he's getting worn down some and not making as good pitches or throws because of this. Out with the old, in with the new.
Here's the first pitch to Brandstetter. Definitely, if you're Coach Harmon, definitely want to bring in a good pitcher, to a very good pitcher with a good arm, to shut down the Charleston hitting, because you don't want to give up any runs in the top of the 7th inning. Swing and a miss, strike one, count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, two runners on, 2 out. The bottom of the 6th inning.